Brett and Allie send their love. I dropped them off at my sister's house before I came to see you.
I really miss those guys. Tell them I'll be home soon, will you? Hey, how did Brett do at his game yesterday?
Okay, I guess. He hit 2 off the tee and he got on the base twice. But honestly, I think he had more fun playing in the dirt.
I hate being in here. It's the second time this year. It's not supposed to be like this.
I know, but it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Jacobs. Mrs. Jacobs, I'm Alexa. I'll be your husband's nurse for the day. Mr. Jacobs, I noticed you haven't eaten much of your food.
There isn't much taste to it. I really hate this low sodium diet.
I understand. It's especially hard to get used to when you're on the run. 2 kids pulling you and places like Wendy's are fast. Do you mind if I sit down and we talk about it now? Mr. Jacobs, I noticed you haven't eaten any of your lunch. What do you think you're doing eating Wendy's? The amount of salt on those fries is more than you should have in one day. You should know better. There's information about it in the pamphlet I gave you when you were admitted. Have you looked at it yet?
No, not yet. I'll take a look at it once my wife leaves. She's got to pick up the kids at her sister's house.
Okay. Have you talked to your doctor as to why you're on the diet? Can you tell me what he has told you about it?
He said I have to watch eating too much salt because it keeps a lot of water in my body. It makes my heart work harder. He said something about a 2-gram sodium diet.
You're right. Your doctor would like you to be on 2,000 milligram sodium diet. Sodium is salt. By lowering the amount of salt you eat, you can help prevent water or fluid from building up in your body. This fluid can cause your heart to work harder. You can also get fluid in your lungs or swelling in your legs and feet. You had fluid in your lungs when you came in. This is one of the reasons you had trouble breathing. So, is this something that's important to you?
I guess it has to be.
Can you tell me why you should be on a low-salt diet?
So I don't end up here again.
Let's talk about ways you can stay on this diet so you can help your heart. Have you been on any sort of diet in the past?
Yeah, I was on Weight Watchers.
How did that go?
Good, I lost 20 pounds and kept it off.
What helped you stay on the diet?
Well, I look better, feel better, and my wife was on the diet with me.
Which of you prepare the meals in the home?
Well, I do mostly, but sometimes when I'm busy, Jim does.
Okay. Can you tell me what you know about a low-salt diet?
Well, I know I can't even touch a salt shaker anymore. Carrie won't even put it on the table. All the food tastes like cardboard. It has no taste.
I know it tastes bad, but I just don't know what to do. I'm trying my best.
Mrs. Jacobs, I think it's great that you're avoiding putting salt on your food. I do agree that some foods can be lacking in taste without a little bit of salt. There are other spices you can use that have no salt or very little salt that can add some taste to your food. Do you have a computer with the internet?
Yes.
The National Institute on Healthcare has a website on low-salt diets. They have some ideas that you can use other spices to add to the taste of your foods. The American Heart Association also has some information about low-salt diets. Would you like me to get you a link to the website?
Yeah, that would be great. I could really use some help.
Great, they even have recipes you can try. I'll get the websites when we're done talking. Can you tell me what you know in regards to food that are high in salt?
Well, I know I shouldn't get things like canned food and potato chips, but I'm not sure what else. What about you, Jim? You do most of the shopping.
Well, I tried looking at the grocery store once, but everything's high in salt.
You're right. A lot of food is high in salt. Salt is used as a preservative. Any canned food or processed food tend to be high in salt. Examples are soups, lunch meat, hot dogs, cheese. Other foods that tend to be high in salt are frozen dinners such as pasta or pizza. The best way to know is to look at the label and see what the sodium content is. As we talked about earlier, sodium is salt.
So what am I to eat?
That's a very good question. A lot of people have that question when they're planning a low-salt diet. Your best bet is fresh foods. You can season the foods with spices that don't have salt in them. How can we help you stick to this diet?
I don't know. This is all so new to me. I just really don't know what I'm doing.
Maybe the next step would be meeting with the hospital dietitian. She can discuss your diet in more detail. She can answer a lot of questions you might have. Would you two be willing to meet with her?
Okay.
I will page her right after I leave here and see if she's able to come down. What's a good time for you? Can she come down this afternoon if she's available, or perhaps tomorrow?
I'm here every day from 11 to 2. After that, I have to leave to go get the kids from my sisters.
I'm sure we can work together to come up with some ideas. Let me call the dietitian now, and I'll also get you those websites and be back within the next half an hour. Do you have any questions for me now?
I don't think so, but we'll let you know if we do.
Okay, if you do have any more questions, just feel free to ask. Jim, here's your diuretic. Have you been taking this every day now?
I'm not sure what pill this is.
It's your water pill. Mr. Jacobs, I have medication for you. Can I see your name band, please? Mr. Jacobs, this pill is called furosemide. I know you've been taking it for a long time, but can you tell me why you've been taking it?
Pretty sure it's my water pill. Makes me have to go to the bathroom.
That's right. Can you tell me how it helps with your heart?
It's supposed to stop me from getting the swelling in my legs.
It also helps prevent the fluid from getting in your lungs and causing you to be short of breath. It's very important to make sure the medication is working as it should be. Can you tell me how you would know this?
You know, they told me to take this pill in the morning, but sometimes at work we have meetings and I can't just leave to go to the bathroom.
I can see where taking it before work could be a problem. You don't have to take it every day in the morning. You just have to make sure you take it at the same time every day. Would there be a better time that works for you?
I guess after dinner could work. I usually don't go out because of the kids, and I don't go to bed until 10.
That sounds like a great plan. Why don't we change your time to taking the furosemide to after dinner here, and then you can continue that whenever you go home.
I like that idea.
Okay, I'll see about getting the time changed. And I'll also get you some written information on the side effects of the pill, and we can go over that later.
Good. I need to get some rest though.
Sure, let me just do a few quick checks for you, and then you can get some sleep. Let me check your feet. Let me check your feet to see if you have any edema. Let me check your feet to see if they're swollen. Allow me to check your feet to see if they're swollen. Has anyone explained to you why we do this?
No. You know, you sort of have my interest now. Why do you keep checking my feet?
What I'm checking for is swelling and a few other things, but I'm mostly checking for swelling. Sort of what we talked about with weighing yourself and taking your furosemide.
I don't get it.
It's about holding on to fluid. Your water pill helps you get rid of your fluid. You weigh yourself to see how much fluid you're holding on to. And if you see your feet swelling, you're probably holding on to some fluid. Sometimes you don't see your feet swell, you just feel like your shoes are getting tighter. You may notice your wedding ring being a little tighter, or you might have to let your belt out a little bit.
Does it mean I'm getting worse?
It might be, so that's why you need to call your doctor. If you catch it early enough and call your doctor, you may not have to come back to the hospital. This is a partnership. We need to work together.
But I'm not healthy. I have heart disease. I'm done with health.
Tell me more about how you're feeling.
Well, I'm a 28-year-old with heart disease. Can't go to the gym, my heart will stop. Can't do my workouts. The only thing I can do is go to the bar, have a drink and a smoke.
You mentioned a number of different concerns. Exercise, working out. Can you tell me who gave you this information about your heart stopping and not exercising? I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, I would just like to follow up.
I just Googled it.
It's good to learn more, and you should be taking care of yourself and making more informed decisions. When I go on the web, sometimes I don't understand what it means. Medicine takes years of specialized training. Just jumping on certain sites can be overwhelming, scary, and most of all, misleading. I can give you a list of good websites to go to. If you see anything that you think applies to you, make some notes in your phone and you'll have them with you the next time you see the doctor.
Okay, that might be the best advice.
You mentioned earlier about smoking and going to the bar. Would you be willing to talk about that?